Sup, Dibbles? J-Dawg back to answer more goddamn questions. And today we had 4 paid Scaroonies roll on in. Fucking Merry Christmas, J-Dawg. My kind of day. Feel kind of bad though, because a couple of them they're gonna be pretty fucking quick. I don't like to give half-assed answers to fucking paid goddamn questions, but there's only so much I can say about topics I don't know much about. So the first one is from Ricky Edwards. Hey J Dog, what are your thoughts about the band? I don't even know if I ever pronounced this goddamn band. Akercoke, Akercoke, Akercoce. I mean, yeah, I know who they are. And they put question mark. They are definitely odd, but I find their sound pretty interesting. Take care and thanks for the daily content. So, how the fuck do you pronounce that band? I was always aware of who they are, aren't they? Didn't they have something on Peaceful Records or something? I mean, I've seen it, tossed around and shit like that. It's just one of those bands, dude. I never listened to it. It's based off the name, based off the image of it. I put them in that fucking My Dying Bride camp to where you knew guys and girls in the metal scene liked them, but you're like, why? You're like, is this even a metal band? Like, why did anyone even feel the need to check them out? Now, full disclosure, I've never listened to them, so it could be good. It's just I question why anyone was like, I want to check this out. I just felt no reason to even listen to it. Again, the only way that I would have, and it would have, or even will to this day, is that somebody that knows me, not knows my fucking first name, and they have similar tastes, and they're like, yeah, dude, I think you might actually fucking like it. It's really good. It sounds like X, Y, and Z, and it's definitely up your alley. If that was the case, then okay. Outside that, it's like, and I again, there's that fucking dum dum. I think a couple people said it, but there's one massive dum dum the last two weeks. This is what the problem with the metal scenes. Haven't heard it, but then they judge it. I'm like, dude, I'm not going to listen to everything. If the people that say that shit, it tells me, dude, you're a casual listener at best. You're like, why listen to such and such? I'm open minded. That's like, dude, because you do this fucking very little. I'm around this shit all day. I see all the stuff that comes in. You think I'm going to listen to everything? No, you have to police it. You have to have some type of measuring stick, and mine is image. How does it look? How does the logo? What's the band's name? What does the cover look like? What do the guys look like? What does the layout of the image look like? What kind of music is it? Is it more goddamn war metal? It's gothic, fucking depressive black metal. Oh, great! Enough said. I know I don't need to listen to it. Shit like that. You got that gauge. I'm not going to sit there and listen to goddamn everything. Number one, just I'm just gonna be completely honest. I have zero fucking interest to. Not that interested to sit there and listen to every goddamn thing. Number two, you wouldn't be able to get through it all. And number three, I like checking new stuff out, but at the same time, I don't. Majority of the time, I'm in the mood to listen to shit that's in the collection, stuff that I have heard and know, and or maybe I don't know it that well. I was like, I remember what it sounds like, but I don't. I need to go get to know the songs better. It's kind, dude. I'm kind of like that with movies too. I'm a person that like I very rarely watch anything, but if I'm going to, I just default like most like there's nothing wrong with it. Just a lot of people like I want to watch something new I haven't seen. I don't. Maybe it's that like I don't want to have to put too much mental energy into it. I don't even know, or I just don't want to even take the chance of being disappointed. If it's like I'm going to spend 2 hours, I don't even want to take the possible chance. And it's like, all right, well that was a complete fucking waste of time. I've always been like that with movies, so maybe that's kind of what it is with tunes too. It's like again, unless it looks super fuck every time the new cart gets rolled on out, because I don't do receiving, goddamn it, and I don't do the stocking either. I mean, it's every now and again somebody will write me. I'm like, yeah, I'll take some of these and I'll set something up. But for the most part, not my goddamn department. I don't got time for it, goddamn it. So I don't even realize what comes in. I know about when it's checked in and it's going to go on the goddamn site that week and it's rolled down on a cart. I always peek at it. I would say 80% of the time I look at it, majority of the shit I don't even listen to. I don't listen to something unless, wow, this is popping out at me. This says, check me the fuck out. And that does fucking happen. Like I said, probably about 20% of the time. Trying to think of this week alone. Did anything new that I never heard of stand out and said, hey, check me out? It was rolled onto the cart. No, I don't think so. And now keep in mind, a lot when I say new stuff too, that concludes restock. So some of it, like for example, this week on this week's cart, there was some like extreme music stuff. The label from Spain, and he does a lot of stuff that I like. Dave Rotten, he does a lot of stuff I like. So that came in and it's like, yeah, like I was like, I already have it, own it, or know it. So it's like that doesn't count. That was newer stuff that went to sites. Like he did some of those 10 inches of stuff for the first time. It's like I already have some of these recorded, like that Dissect and stuff. So that's not a check on. I'm talking about new bands, like what looks interesting 20% of the time. So I'm not going to sit there and listen to a bunch of fucking ham and egg or bullshit that doesn't look goddamn interesting. Not even interested. So that's where Arca Coke was. So never listen to them, goddamn it. Let me know. Is the dog missing out? Look like goddamn hipster fucking metal to me. My Dying Bride type shit. I could be wrong though. Never fucking heard it. William Mora, paid question. Have there been any good black metal bands that caught your eye recently? Say recently too. I think my definition and majority of people's definition is different. What do you consider fucking recently? Because I hear back in 2016. What? That's recently, brah. Back in 2016. I hear that shit all the time. If it's 2010 or up, to me, that's recently. For me, Lamp of Murmur and Sadon. I'm well aware of Lamp of Murmur. Sadon, I never listened to that. Both have been pretty good, although I hear the guys in Sadon are a bit dorky or something. I don't doubt that. Aren't most of these black metal guys? At least neither at least neither are full of hipsters or play that suicidal bullshit. Hopefully you can recommend some newer black metal that comes on your radar. What do you think of joke bands? Well, let me answer the first goddamn thing. She's got two goddamn questions in there. Newer black metal bands that I liked, said a million times on this fucking channel, the band Morgul. Again, that's newer to me. It's in the last 10 goddamn years. That Grief. Is it Grief or Grieve? I think it was Grieve. Grief, whatever the fuck. I thought that was pretty good. I didn't pick it up, but I thought it was pretty good. Some of their songs were put it on, especially their newest album. Some songs I liked, some was kind of background. Vargrov was good. It's kind of like Emperor wannabe band, but it was good. It was good black metal. Let's say that. That Yimer, it's funny because I remember because we distribute this stuff when it comes in. The first album sold very well, which I thought was good. The second album, the whole aesthetic of the cover and shit looked much more. Just didn't have the same goddamn dark feeling. I didn't like it as much, but I like the music more. And the funny thing is the second one it seemed to sell significantly less. Again, I see the goddamn stats. But I liked the second album more. I thought that was a good. I thought that was a good black metal album. Like out of all the ones I just mentioned, with the exception of Morgul, I probably like that one the most. Out of the Vargravs, the Grief. I forget. So many of these goddamn bands. I forget what the fuck. I think it's Grief. Um, but that second Yimer, I would say out of those, I like the most. Um, and then albums to come out, I liked the new Satanic War Master. That was really good. I liked The Last Dark Funeral. That was good. I know those aren't new bands, like you said, but those are newer black metal bands. Because as far as new bands, like holy shit, black metal bands that blew my goddamn socks off. The only one I can think of in probably the last 10 years is Morgul. There's probably somebody I'm forgetting, but yeah, when I listen to it, I'm just like, it's just the same old always, man. If it sometimes when it is like a cool style of black metal, it's like, yeah, it sounds like Marduk. This is up your alley, dog. I'm like, the songs are repetitive as fuck, though, dude. I was like, I don't like I can't even differentiate this shit. And then a lot of it, especially a lot of the Finnish bands coming out, I'm like, it's decent style black metal. I was like, but it just sounds like all the same fucking band. They all sound the same. It was no different to me than the Swedish death metal bands or the brutal death metal bands and stuff that all sound like the Powerman and Disgorge. It's fucking dumb. I was like, but black metal was just as guilty. I was like, I don't need. I was like, yeah, it's a fine background listen, but I was like, I don't need it. Just can't even tell this shit a fucking part. Um, Again, not a new band, but it was new to me as far as being updated on it. Is Infernal War. I've said that a few times recently. It's a new band to me as of this year. Granted, I always knew who they were. I listened to them in the early 2000s. I just dismissed them for whatever reason. I just didn't pay attention to them. I listened to them the very early 2000s when we got their shit in from Agonia Records, and just kind of forgot about it. Didn't pay attention to it. Um, but I went back to it, and I went back to it because one of the guys was playing in the shop, a buddy of mine, and I was like, "Who the fuck is this?" He's like, "Infernal War." I was like, "This is fucking great." He's like, "Oh yeah, dude, one of the best black metal bands ever." I was like, "Holy shit!" I was like, I've always known them, pulled it a million times at Hell's, know the name. Remember when I first seen them, and the thing is, it's maybe I didn't even listen to it. Maybe I thought I did at the time of when we got our Argonia packs with the Adore LPs, and it's when I first heard Satanic War Master. Um, Impiety was changed. They were putting out like their Paramount Evil album. It's around that era, 2005, 6, 7, someone there is when I saw the name Infernal War. Thought I listened to it, but I was like, fuck, I don't remember like being like this. God damn, this is fucking great. So that's not a new band, but and then as far as like new bands like Dawg, who came out last year, that's a new black metal band that blew your socks off. I'm hoping I'm just forgetting somebody because that's pretty fucking pathetic. I'm gonna have to go with nobody. Next goddamn. Oh yeah, well he's got a second question here. Yeah, what do you think of joke bands? Old Nick. I enjoyed the old Nick stuff, but yeah, I mean, it seemed kind of excessive, and that trend definitely fell off really fucking fast. Remember when we got those cassettes in, the self-release cassettes? We got like the guy had like 8 titles, and we got like 20 of each. They all sold out immediately when we put them out. Like, oh, I saw like 160 tapes on the fucking to ship out card. I'm like, what the fuck? Who the fuck is old Nick? And then I put it on immediately. I'm like, oh god, this kind of shit, fucking garbage ass raw fucking black metal, nothing there. But I was listening. I'm like, yeah. Part of it, like some parts reminded me of like Acid Witch, and then some of the riffs were just catchy. I kind of dug it. I mean, but I didn't need 60 releases by them, but I enjoyed it for the most part. But yeah, if they're done and gone, I'd be okay with that. Anal Cunts, never cared about them. Cannabis Corpse, I owned their first LP. I think I listened to it once and don't remember. I remember it being kind of boring. Party Cannon, never heard of them. Mac Sabbath, never heard of them. The Ned Flanders band, Oakley Dokley, that's just fucking dumb. Never even heard of it though, but I'm fully aware of who Ned Flanders is, obviously. Or Bro Job. Literally gay deathcore. Well, you just answered your own goddamn question. Why the fuck would I like that? Are some examples. Yeah, not really a goddamn fan. I'm not too much a fan of the Gooster shit. With the exception of who I'm forgetting, that's kind of a joke band. Birdflesh, I like them. That's probably about the biggest joke band that I'd say I would like. Um, I don't know if they fit in that category. It's just kind of a straight up grindcore band that kind of makes fun of black metal, makes fun of a lot of other topics, and you can tell like basically that in a sense making fun of black metal. We don't take our lyrics too fucking seriously, and at the end of the day, you guys just look like a fucking bunch of ass clowns, anyways. Because they walk around like tough guys, and not all of them. I'm not saying all of them, but a lot, like for example, at least the guys in Blasphemy are actually fucking. They come off as tough. Never met them, but at least they're into powerlifting and fucking man shit, as opposed to some of these guys. The border like they got fucking estrogen levels of a goddamn girl. It's just when you meet them, it's like Jesus fuck, dude. And it's an obvious cover up. Is what are you getting at? So I think that's why Ghoul with Forbidden Crypt song for a song on Maniacs. That's all about killing the lords of chaos and shit. We saw a keyboard player, knew they had to die, that type of shit. Those lyrics were hilarious, and it's like it was a stab. I got it I remember when that first came out. I those lyrics, that was hilarious. I got where they came from, and I like a lot of that black metal stuff. It's just like, yeah, these guys are a bunch of fucking pushover, fucking dork ass pussies, but they act all tough and have that image because it's to make up for their wimpness. Even Gwar is like at least 70% about their stage show. Yeah, well, about 95% J Dog could give two shits about Gwar. We heard that first album a few years ago. Someone played it for me. I'm like, oh, this is way better than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty good. Haven't picked it up, and other than that, could care. To me, it's just a useless band I could care less about. I think having an EP or an LP is fine, but after that, the joke for me is kind of over and boring. Yeah, no, I mean, I gave you my take on it. So, um, next paid question, Chase Dispente. What's up, J-Dog? Love your channel. Always love seeing someone who knows what's up, bashing posers. What's your thoughts on the band Infestor? With a quickie. Which one, man? But I guess to answer your question, there's like two in the U.S. Isn't one like a grindcore band, and isn't one like kind of like a hipster fucking death black metal band? Never really cared about either one of them. The only Infestor that kind of interested me, there's a one from, I remember when reading that Swedish Death Metal Archives book, and there's all the images. There's two demos that stick out in my mind that I've yet to hear to this day. Never YouTubed them though. Maybe it is on YouTube. Maybe Ken's Death Metal Crypt or somebody put them up. I just thought to put them up on YouTube. Um, there's a 1991 or 92 demo by a band called Infestor. That's all they did from Sweden. That was the Infestor I was interested in. It says it's death metal. And then the other Infestor, I mean, not the other band from Sweden. There's another Swedish band called Morg. Another Morg, not the French Morg that we put out, but a Swedish death metal band called Morg. That's all they did is one demo as well. 91, 92. Those were I was interested. So when it came to Infestor, that was the only Infestor I slightly even gave a shit about. The rest didn't fucking care. But I'm not even sure which one you're talking about. But I highly doubt it's the Swedish one. Which even the Swedish one might suck. I never heard the demo, but that was on my bucket list. I'd like to hear. And if it's good, someone needs to put that out on an LP or something. God damn it. Last paid question from William Wosik. Looks Polish to me. Sup, brah? Long-time HHB vinyl head. Just the way I like it, goddamn. HHB vinyl head and a goddamn paid questioner and a viewer. Been in the underground metal since 06. Young devil. And just turned 30. I guess not that young. 9 years younger than me. And the scene has changed so much. Yeah, I would agree. And I know you talked about it before, but what the fuck is up with these fucking posers getting offended by the black metal scene? I've talked about that. Oh, yeah. Not just the black metal scene. What is up with these fucking posers just getting offended by metal in general? Black metal was made to offend people, not make furies. Furries? Make furries and men who think are women feel safe and included like it's fucking kindergarten. Fuck off the punk scene with that twink core ass shit. You're not the target audience. You are the fucking target, and they want to be. And they just want to be cool. Do you think gatekeeping needs to make a comeback rather than safe spaces being normalized in the metal scene? I mean, but by a lot of guys' standards in the comments, they say I'm a gatekeeper. I call out these fucking ass clowns all the time. I know it's bad when I can have a more civil discussion with a Christian than I can with others from the scene. What do you think led to this? I know exactly what led to this. I'll get in a goddamn second. And do you think it will eventually blow over? No, it's only going to get worse. So get comfy, brah. I didn't care about any of those topics until they started flooding our scene, trying to make changes and telling others what is acceptable to listen to in every what patches. So I think you guys all got the gist of that. Yeah, I mean, obviously I called out. It's annoying as hell. Metal music is supposed to be, again, extreme music for extreme people. You should know what that fucking slogan's from. That was the goddamn statement, and I've always agreed with that. And now it seems like it's goddamn extreme music for extreme wimps. What did I say? Anybody with a pink sweater, just come on in. Dude, I always thought that was bullshit as a teenager. Like, dude, I never wanted my mom to come to a show, and she hasn't, but I never wanted it. Like, why? Mom's not invited. Mom shouldn't want to like this shit. Unless you're the mom that grew up like listen to metal and you got your kids into it. Fine. My mom wasn't. What's this screaming demons, darkness and evil fucking that just headbanging shit. They didn't like it, and that's the way it fucking should be. You don't invite them in like as you get older and stuff. I don't want my fucking mom in a show. I don't want my aunties, uncles, cousins and shit. They don't belong. They don't have the mentality. And it's even people I know. They've softened up like a motherfucker, charming ass soft. And like, oh yeah, just invite so and so. I don't want so and so there, dude. They're not into this shit. It was supposed to be an exclusive thing for people that got it. It's not just let anybody's ass on in. It was kind of like a club, a cult, a gang. Things like that. That's what it was supposed to be for people that got it. Now, to answer your goddamn question, what changed that the most? It's obvious. It's super fucking obvious, dude. Social media, YouTube, Facebook, etc. Because there was the exposure. Any fucking 9-year-old can find out about death metal, black metal, whatever. Anybody. So they could just they stumble upon it like that. They hear it. They hear that piece of art and they make their own decision when it's about, oh, I like this, like that. It's just a bunch of fucking pussy ass nerds that don't realize what it's all about. They didn't have to go to, buying physical formats and getting into it and buying the clothing and going to shows and being in the trenches, learning about it. Going to shows and buying the record there, seeing the band and meeting the band member and getting the feeling what it's about, getting a feeling what the other fans are about. They're in their little safe place in their little home, hearing it on YouTube. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but that's what you're gonna get these. Look, obviously do this for a fucking business. So there's the business side that I'm like, okay, it's fucking great because we've always had, I remember years back, and I mean, it still pops up from now to time, is Hell's Headbangers capped out, where we're maxed out to where our growth level is. So that kind of sucks if that's the case with things like this. And you see people getting into it, and it's been obvious, even through business, that it is growing and it is getting more trendy than ever. Business side, that's great. Brings in more business, more money. And it's keeping, okay, I can retire off this shit, which is hope, because if this goes under, I'm fucked. I'm going to have to go be a garbage man or something because I don't have any other goddamn talents. I'm completely fucking useless. So didn't go to college or anything, so I'd be completely fucked. So from that side, I like it. The fan side, it's fucking annoying. That's why I call them out and I poke fun at them. And then, but I take the good with the bad, but at the same time, doesn't mean I have to, I'm still going to make fun of them, still going to bust their balls. It doesn't mean I fucking hate them or I think they should be killed or anything like that. But I'm definitely going to make fun of them because at the end of the day, I don't think that they're truly into it anyways. They're not into it the same as opposed to someone like yourself that gets it. They're just not. They don't get it, and that's why just anyone, come on in, Nancy. Yeah, you got your Christmas sweater on. That's why that shit's acceptable, man. That's why fucking baseball caps, they think nothing of it, these idiots. It's what it is. It's 100% what it is. And it's what about back the day before social media, J-Dawg? There was people that were those were fucking known as posers, dude. And, dude, the black metal guys and shit like that would call that out all the time. If you're baseball caps and fucking baggy blue jeans, you were just automatically, you're a fucking poser. And the thing is, 90% of the time they're correct. It didn't, I mean, there was always the exceptions. The homeboy just didn't get the goddamn memo, but he's definitely truly into the tunes and into this day. There are those exceptions. I know a few personally, but for the most part, when you called it out, you were fucking right. And it screams it. Now it's not as obvious with some of the image guys. Again, like you said, the black metal, because they have the image, they don't have it up here to begin with. It's the way they got into it. They were just into it, fucking to make cool with their social media buzz. My friend on Facebook, your friend on Facebook, you never even met the fucking guy. That's another little fucking thing too. That's another pet peeve myself too. They piss off people that are dating overseas or whatever. If you never actually physically met the person, you're not fucking friends. That is a stranger. You're getting to know them online, but you ain't fucking friends. Stop talking to me about your friend over in Russia that you never fucking met. That ain't a friend, goddammit. That is an online acquaintance that for all you to fuck know behind that goddamn fucking screen could be a fucking pedophile. How do you know? That shit happens. You know what I mean? It's a complete false identity. So shut the fuck up with your goddamn friend shit. A friend is not somebody you go and just hang out with and party with. A friend is somebody that you know if you won the 100 million lottery dollar tickets that you can trust them with it. They're not going to run off and steal it. They're going to just fucking hang on to it for you, and they're not going to expect a penny. They're not even going to say, hey, bro, can I borrow $10? That's a friend. How many people you know like that? Zero? Well, guess what? That's not your friend. A friend is somebody that no matter how in the wrong you were in, you called them up at 2 a.m. when they're fucking sleeping. They got to get up for work at 6 a.m. to go to work. You call them up, you're in trouble. They get in their car, they drive an hour to come get you. Even if you're in the wrong. That's a friend. How many of your friends that your friends will do that? They don't qualify for those things. That's not a friend, then, dude. That is a fucking party buddy. That is a social acquaintance. I'm so motherfucking sick of hearing that goddamn word friend. You probably have 1, 2, 3 max friends. You don't have 20. Trust me, you don't. I don't know a single person that does. They say that all the time. I know guys that think they have hundreds of fucking friends. The chicks are the worst. Everybody's your goddamn friend. They say hello to them and buy them a beer. That's automatically a fucking friend. What's his name? I forget his name. That ain't a fucking friend, goddammit. So goddamn annoying. How the fuck did we even get on that topic? Boy, did I even answer this guy homeboy's question? Oh yeah, the black metal scene. Yeah, dude, everybody's a fucking fake, a phony. Yeah, it's complete bullshit. Same for fucking social media. I noticed it. It is what it is. It's becoming what the European scene is. Again, for business worse, what do you mean by the European scene? Well, metal is always more and more popular over there. I know that for a fact, dude. I remember I've been to France a good handful of times, and every time I went over there, this is going back the last time I was in France. We're not talking about back in 2016. We're talking the last time I was there, I think it was 2009, 10, 9 or 10, well over 10 years ago. Every single time I went there, just even walking around the grocery store, I saw a metal shirt. I for sure saw a Dark Throne shirt. I saw a Marduk shirt. I saw a Deicide shirt. I saw a Cannibal shirt. Not all at once, just randomly. You're just gas station. You don't see that here in the U.S. Then you must be in fucking L.A. where there's tons of metalheads. It's out here in the land. I can count on one hand in my entire goddamn life how many times in a non-metal setting, I mean, there's not a show in town, nothing like that. I'm at the gym. I'm walking in the grocery store. I'm at fucking Golden Arches. I'm at the gas station. How many times do I see a real metal shirt? Not Twinkcore, not bullshit, not Pantera, metal shit. Deicide, Cannibal. I'm talking about the big bands. Immolation. I'm not expecting to see a goddamn an Infestor Swedish 1991 demo shirt. That's out of the question. I know I'm not going to ever see that ever. I'm talking, yeah, the bigger shit even. The Morbid Angels. How many times have I even seen that walking around? I honestly think in my adult lifetime, fuck it, my metal goddamn career, since I was goddamn 12, 13 years old, whatever the fucking time frame you want to start, in my entire life, maybe 5 times. Maybe. Maybe. I saw it more than 5 times in the 4 or 5 times I was just in France. So it's obvious. And then Germany, the Wehrmacht Fest and the Hellfest in France, they got the biggest fest. Everybody knows there's just more popularity in Europe. U.S. is getting to that point. It's slow. It's not there yet. That's why I said, saddle on up, brah. There's even more canoes to come. But it's because social media. Again, I'm just, yeah, the fan side of me is annoyed. But hey, for the channel, I'm going to poke fun out of them like a motherfucker. Business side, though, it's a good thing. So and if nothing else, if you truly enjoy it, just cover the eyeballs and just know that at least what it's going to do, it's going to keep this music style alive. It's not going to die off. So it's always going to be there for you to enjoy till the day you die. So I guess just if it cheers you up a little bit, look at it that goddamn way. That's all you got to do. You got to take the good with the bad. Comes good soon, you know what to do. When the guy might get answered by the morning. Later, goddamn it.